Hi, this is our project on Amazon Reduced Inequalities. We have named this project #Equal Wages. Amazon is one of the country's largest private employers, and this power that they have allows them to pay lower wages, which is not good for the American people. The need for this project is to address the critical needs to reduce economic and social inequalities by giving resources and opportunities to the populations that are underrepresented. Amazon is one of the largest companies in the world, and we are paying warehouse employees 30% less than the average workers. In this graph that you see, we are visually seeing the difference in pay. Many employees from Amazon are being paid less than average. In the upcoming years, you can see how workers in the corporate UPS advancing rapidly financially, while Amazon is barely advancing. You will see on this graph that on present time, UPS is paying $21 an hour for part-time warehouse workers, while Amazon is paying a minimum of $16.50. As you see, over the years, UPS will more drastically and rapidly advance in hourly wages versus with Amazon, it will slightly go up and then eventually just plateau at $18.90. Now we will watch these videos to show a little more about what is going on in Amazon corporations around the United States.
At dawn today, as Black Friday deals flew off online shelves, the path into Amazon's Coventry warehouse was blocked by nearly 1,000 of its workers. They're calling for a pay rise on this, their 28th day of strikes.
We are not asking something out of the normality. We're just asking to be fair with us. I have 3 kids, so it's very difficult.
If you had a message for Jeff Bezos, what would it be?
I don't want to say.
For stretch relief 1 month, like us, for example, for work 40 hours and receive only 360 pounds per week for pay the rent, for pay the insurance number for car, for food and the rest.
The world's largest online retailer, owned by the world's 3rd richest person, Jeff Bezos, made more than 200 million pre-tax profits last year in the UK. But while he developed his ambitions to explore space, back here on Earth, his workers say the £13 an hour they've been offered from April just doesn't cut it. And their voices are echoed across Europe and America today, unions calling this the biggest walkout in Amazon history. You guys have come all the way from the US?
We're Amazon drivers out of Palmdale, California. This isn't just one country. Amazon is global, so we're taking this fight global, and we got to support any union demanding their fair share.
This is a company whose relationship with unions is complex. Many of the workers here in Coventry have never unionized before. The one they've joined can't yet fight their case formally. The GMB needs half of the warehouse staff to sign up to do so, but it accuses Amazon of skewing the numbers by hiring 1,000 extra workers just as it hit that threshold, an accusation Amazon denies. Outside its discreet London headquarters today, protesters called for representation.
Most of the biggest companies in the world recognise trade unions. Most of them have productive, reasonable relationships with those trade unions. Sadly, Jeff Bezos looks differently, and I think he has built his empire largely on low pay and exploitation, and he sees trade unions, rightly, as organisations who are going to challenge that.
Amazon told us,
"We offer competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, opportunities for career growth, all while working in a safe, modern work environment. At Amazon, these benefits and opportunities come with the job, as does the ability to communicate directly with the leadership of the company."
My wages just cover the bills. What life is that? Bezos, he forgot all these people. He exploiting people.
A message for Jeff Bezos?
I don't know what to say to him. I think he's got everything. And forget about us. Dignity. Dignity. This is most important.
Amazon assured its customers the strike today wouldn't delay their deals. No such promise on a deal for its workers yet.
About 100 unionized Amazon employees are striking at the company's air hub in San Bernardino. Teamster representatives say employees walked off the job to protest unfair labor practices by the company. The work stoppage is expected to cause major delays completing orders placed during last week's Amazon Prime Days. The San Bernardino building is the company's largest air facility on the West Coast.
You know, me and my coworkers have been organizing inside the facility for better working conditions, better wages, you know, things like that. And time again, this company continuously chooses to retaliate against us instead of, you know, having the decency to work with us and listen to our concerns.
We reached out to Amazon for comment today, but have not heard back.
What is the target population? The target population is anyone who is working at Amazon and isn't getting paid what they are worth. Addressing these inequalities increases overall communities and economic stability. Many people who are employed in Amazon are immigrants who came to have a better life. Amazon even made a program called the Welcome Door Program, intending to give over 5,000 immigrants a chance to start over, with them not knowing how they are not being appreciated with all the hard work and effort they are putting in. What is the name of our initiative? The name of our initiative is Equal Wages. We decided to name our initiative this as we will incorporate the hashtag within our social media posts and commercials to spread awareness and attention to the issue. Equal wages can also be a safe place for those who are struggling to mark ends meet. What would it look like? Project Equal Wages will consist of having a thorough review of Amazon's wages policies and collaborating with labor professional and economists to come up with fair and equal policies and guidelines for Amazon to use. We will simultaneously roll out a social media campaign, which will consist of commercials, posts, and partnering up with influencers that are knowledgeable on this topic. We will also be using petitions and social media coverage to push our message. What are the requirements and constraints? The requirements for our initiative include a social media team to help start up the hashtag and promote the project by creating compelling posts and commercials that resonate with whoever is watching it, either through social media or other media outlets. The constraint for this project is getting everyone to work together and pressuring Amazon into changing their wages and combating economic inequalities.
The people that will benefit from our project are those who work for Amazon. They will either be making more or the same as other warehouse workers in the corporations. Amazon workers will also get benefits like health insurance and other necessities. This project is quite costly. The cost of our project that Amazon will be paying is an estimate about $42 billion. That includes supplies, vehicles, and equal pay for all workers. So, in this slide, I broke down the cost that Amazon will be paying. So my research showed me that there is 1.6 million full-time and part-time employees. Now for full-time employees, I just split down 1.6 right down the middle, and of course, this is just an estimate. I multiplied 800,000 times 40 because a full-time employer works 40 hours, and that gave me 32 million. Then I decided to multiply that by $17 because that is above minimum wage, and it gave me $554 million per week. What I did next was I multiplied 554 million times 52 because 52 weeks in a year, and that gave me $28 billion yearly just for full-time employees. The next part is part-time employees. Again, I split it right down the middle, and we have approximately 800,000 employees that are part-time. I multiplied that by 20 since a part-time employee only works for 20 hours weekly. That gave me 16 million. I then times that by 17 as well, and it's above minimum wage, and that gave me 272 million per week. I then multiplied 272 million times 52. Again, 52 weeks are in a year, and that gave me $14 billion yearly for part-time employees. So all employees is 14 billion for the part-time, 28 billion for full-time, and that would cost Amazon around $42 billion yearly to pay employers above minimum wage. For this slide, I also split down the cost that Amazon will be spending. So we know that there is 100,000 gas vehicles, and we know that there is 60,000 electrical vehicles. In total, that gives us 1,060 vehicles. So what I did next is I separated the gas vehicles from electrical vehicles. The first one that we're going to be speaking about is the gas. So I set an estimate around $50 per tank each vehicle, and that gave us 500,000. I then multiplied that by 365, which is a year, and it gave me $1.8 billion in gas a year. Again, this is an estimate. For our electrical vehicles, my research showed me that Amazon warehouses have the charger, so they do not have to worry about that. So, how would we measure its effectiveness? Some of the ways that we can measure the effectiveness of our project is through social media. Since we are using a hashtag, many employers all over the world will be using it to spread the word. We would also make some surveys and even visit some locations. And these are all the references that we use to make our project.